welcome to another episode of the CM Show. Who am I? I'm the host. I'm your man, Christopher Markland. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's been an interesting week, even though it's just damn Tuesday. Had a lot of stuff go on in my life this week, this past weekend, etc., etc. However, before we get into that, you're wondering, who the hell is this dude right here? I am Christopher Markland, author, entrepreneur, YouTuber. What am I? I'm Jamaican. I do damn near everything. But tonight I'm going to be your host as we talk about Taurus season. Right? Lights going out on your boy. Ooh, gotta love it. Anyway, yeah. I could have sworn I paid Georgia Power. Anyway, if you haven't already done so, y'all, please make sure, let me get my mic right. Lord knows we had some audio stuff the other day, but we got it squared away today, y'all. If you haven't already done so, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe and tell a friend about the show. Y'all, I have been teetering at 1,000 subscribers for I don't know how long, and I am on a mission to get over that 1,000 subscriber hump. So if you haven't already done so, please hit that see? Talk positive and stuff's gonna happen. If you haven't already done so, though, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, I've been at 930, 932. I want to get to 1,000. I want to see what it's like in that great ether that is the 1,000 subscriber threshold. So I need y'all to help me get to that point. What the hell is going on with my lights over here? Whoa, man, I swear you gotta love it. Anyway, like I said, please like. I don't care even if you hit the dislike button. It doesn't matter as long as you tickle that algorithm to let them know that, hey, I'm here. And one way or another, YouTube's gonna be like, you know what? I don't know what's going on over there, but we're gonna go over there and help this brother out. So, all right, this is gonna be annoying. I'm really tempted to get up and fix that, but we're doing a show. So anyway, what brings us here tonight? It's a sad occasion. It's a very sad occasion. Tears have been shed. There's been a lot of weeping in the streets. And I completely understand. This sad occasion, y'all, is Aries season has come to an end. I know. That's why the lights going off and on like that too, because even the electricity is sad because they understand. It understands that Aries season has come to an end. However, with the end of Aries season, that means it's time for them Tauruses to step on in. So all my Tauruses, all y'all damn bulls, it's y'all season. It is y'all's season. It is Taurus season. And it's y'all's time to shine. But before we get into it, couple things. I was about to dive in. I was so sad that I couldn't even think straight. First things first, we need to go ahead and spark this thing up. Yeah, we ain't talking about that. We're going to spark up something a little bit different. We're going to get this candle going. I would call this candle bullshit, but it's not. Tonight, we're going to be going to tried and true. This is one of my favorites. This one is called Black Ice. I've had a couple people ask me where I get my candles from. I get them from the company called the Black Candle Box. Shout out to my friend Mel. What up, Lorenzo? Thanks for joining the conversation. So, tonight's candle is it's called Black Ice. And again, it comes from the Black Candle Box. But before we get into it, my man Lorenzo, he just reminded me, this is an adult show. We're going to be talking about adult stuff. And I might even use some adult words. So, by all means, if the kiddies are present, or if you're just like, oh, Lord, help me, this kind of language just clutching my pearls. Oh, if this ain't your kind of show, hey, I'm sorry. You might just want to tune on out. In fact, I'm gonna let a couple more people jump on in before I shout out everybody in the chat room. Let me grab a swig of this water. So now that we've got that little bit of housekeeping out of the way, let's dig into it. What are we talking about tonight? It's Taurus season. So if you know anybody that's celebrating a birthday, in fact, let's talk about what are Tauruses first and foremost. What are these dudes? So Tauruses, let's see. Tauruses, of course, the symbol is a bull. They are one of the earth signs. We're going to talk about earth signs and the significance of those. And basically, we're also going to talk about how they interact with each other as well. So Taurus is an earth sign. Colors are blue or green. By the way, green is my favorite color. Their stone is emerald. Their lucky day is Friday. Their lucky number is 6, and their lucky metal is copper. Are you shit? I'm laughing at my man Lorenzo in the chat room. By the way, I'm streaming live on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you're on either one of those platforms, jump on in. I'm going to be dropping the link to the Zoom link as well. So if you want to join the conversation and have a one-on-one conversation with me, so we can talk. If you don't want your face shown, just let me know, and I'll make sure it's not shown on YouTube or the Facebook stream, but I do need to see you face to face. So make sure you have your camera on, make sure you have your audio connected, but we're going to get to that in a second. All right, so let's jump back into it. So basically with Tauruses, it's April 21st through May 21st. So if that's your birthday, if your birthday falls within that window, of course, that makes you a Taurus, which means that, you know, you are one of the Earth's, what do they call them? One of the Earth signs. Whereas, you know, Aries is a fire sign, you would fall into the category of an Earth sign. All right. Of course, you have the air and the water. All of those elements, that's what you would fall under. Why do I talk about these signs? Why are we even having this zodiac conversation? Obviously, you know, we did the Aries show conversation a couple weeks ago. Then, of course, we are now in the midst of Taurus season, and I'm not even sure which one's next, but I know Leo's coming down. That's the wife's sign. So, you know, the reason why I really want to talk about the zodiacs and why I really want to get this conversation started is obviously knowledge. Even though you may not believe in astrology and may think that, you know, okay, this is all hocus pocus and earth signs and such is in, you know, waning and moon, Jupiter and what do they call it? Mars is in retrograde and, you know, Mercury flunked the first grade, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, the traits or the characteristics of each one of these signs, there is some truth in that. You know, you may or may not believe, like I said, but there is some truth in how each one of the signs operates. For instance, if you're a fire sign, then there are some tendencies that you will have compared to an earth sign or a water sign. For instance, I am a fire sign. I am an Aries. I am the greatest. It is what it is. So for me, you know, besides all the arrogance, there is going to be a little bit of the masculine leaning, okay? Of course, the yin, but with everything in this universe. And one of the things that I do like to say is that universe does not like a void. So in other words, if there's one, the yin, there's going to be a yang. There's going to be some kind of balance that will come up when it comes to these zodiac signs. So now being that we're focusing on Taurus, which is an earth sign, it leans more towards the feminine, and that doesn't mean it's a damn woman, just, you know, because obviously a bull is a male, but it does lead more towards the feminine. The yin is more passive, it's receptive. The introversion, the anima, meaning, you know, and I'm gonna dig into that in a second. Centripetal versus gravity. Okay, so all of those things are what tie into the sign. So again, why do we talk about this? It's about knowledge. It's about knowing, okay, if my sign is a Taurus, then I'm going to have certain tendencies. Okay, because of all of those things that are tendencies of my sign, you know, then there are going to be certain things about how I move, and that's going to help me either to find a good match, or it's going to tell me to be wary of people that may not be a good match for me. It's all about compatibility. For instance, an Aries would not be compatible with a Taurus. And I dated a Taurus too. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, all right? So an Aries is not compatible either sexually or communication-wise with a Taurus. However, a Taurus obviously has high, which is kind of rare because most Aries don't even get along with each other. But you see the compatibility aspect of Taurus with the other signs. So, of course, a Taurus is more compatible with a Cancer, a Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, or a Pisces. All of those signs, you see that they have high compatibility. Sexual compatibility, the same thing. Not so much so with a Gemini, a Leo, a Libra, and definitely not with an Aquarius, Sagittarius, and of course an Aries, which is not true. Aries is good with anybody. But anyway, communication-wise, same thing. The same rules apply. So that's the reason why it is good to know, what is your sign? What is it that you're looking for? What is it that you're bringing to the table? And also, there are certain traits that you can actually lean into. Like I said, I'm an Aries. We are the first sign. We are leaders. We are the best. I'm gonna be talking about this all night. So if y'all haters, Aries haters, you better lace them up because we're gonna be talking Aries all damn night. Woo! Even though this is Taurus season, Aries still run that shit. I'm just saying. So it's one of those things. Like I said, going back, your sign is your sign, and there are certain characteristics, certain traits that tie into who you are. All my Tauruses out there, I want y'all to get into, check in, let me know, you know, that y'all are out there first and foremost. In fact, let me do this real quick. Let me see who is in the chat room and shout everybody out. You know, I kind of jumped on this thing a little bit early tonight. Oh man, that's right, Lorenzo. When I see Lorenzo, you think adult conversation. Y'all, Lorenzo, he is with a good friend of mine who actually kind of got me started in this YouTube thing a little bit. Casey Carter. Casey at Night is her hey Lorenzo, if you don't mind, drop her channel link, or at least the name of her channel. Casey, if you look at one of my videos, Casey is a very adult woman. So if you're into or interested in that community, we're going to have that conversation again where we talked about the BDSM and just different aspects of what they call the lifestyle. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. So not sure when I'm gonna redo that show because that's a whole lot of show. But we are going to talk about that as well. Let's see, let's get back into that conversation. Where were we? We're talking about the see, Casey got me discombobulated. So let's go back and talk about the facts when it comes to Tauruses. All right, we just touched on the compatibility. You know what, yo, let me do that before we hold on, y'all. Of course, now my damn computer wants to lag. All right, thank you for the info, Lorenzo. I'm gonna drop it in just a second. So anyway, what I was saying as far as like with the Taurus. Anyway, I don't know why that just happened. That's where it's like everything is popping all at once. Let's get back into this show. Y'all would be surprised the amount of stuff that's going on back here behind the scenes. Anyway, Tauruses are most compatible with Leos, Scorpios, Virgos, and the Capricorn, and least compatible with Sagittarius, Geminis, and Aries. The qualities of the Taurus, and this goes back to what I was just talking about when it comes to as far as, you know, the knowing your sign, knowing the traits, knowing the qualities, the characteristics. They're lovely, mature, secure, reliable, calm, loyal, kind, friendly, determined, self-reliant, patient, confident, affectionate, practical, and artistic. I don't know who the hell wrote all of that, but I think a Taurus may have written that because that seems to be a little bit biased. Just a little skosh biased. I'm like, come on now, they ain't all that. That's a whole lot of stuff they just laid out there. Let me do this real quick. Lorenzo, thank you for dropping that information. Casey at Night, Casey Carter, real good friend of mine. She's on YouTube and also on Twitter every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. What's her show going to be about tomorrow? If you can put that information. I know that, I know, you know what I do know? She's going to have a guest on tomorrow. Again, Casey talks about a lot of adult issues, especially those dealing with the BDSM, that aspect of the lifestyle. Real good conversation. Carrie, what up? Thanks for joining the conversation. Tonight we are talking about it's Taurus season, and pretty soon Leo season is going to be coming around the corner. We're going to be talking about that too. So, but back to the traits of the Taurus. If you notice that with everything that we just talked about when it came to the Tauruses, right? There's a lot of positive traits. I have dated a Taurus back in the day. Really good woman. Unfortunately, obviously, it didn't work out between she and I. I think a lot of the relationships in my past, I was just an immature motherfucker. God damn, boy, I was on some shit. I've gotten better, but looking back, man, yeah, I guess, hey, it's youth. It is what it is. I sure did some shit though. I will say that. But back to her, she was a really good woman, and a lot of the characteristics that you see here actually line up 100% with the kind of woman that she was. She was a very empathetic woman. Graduated. She had a social work was her line of her degree, and she actually went into that and really did some good things in the community. And I want to say she may be a teacher now. She anyway. All of the characteristics for her right there actually line up with the characteristics that we see right here actually line up with the kind of person that she is. I don't know if you have any Tauruses in your life. Let me know if what you see here, do those qualities align with the people that you know? You know, I'm trying to dig back through my relationship catalog, as it were, trying to remember if the people that that if any of them were Tauruses and how that actually lined up. Again, as we talked about the different signs and the polarities, as it were, the fire signs, the air signs, and versus compared to the earth signs and the water signs. Like, for me, I am with a Leo who is, that's who I'm married to right now, if I can find that damn thing. So what you have is two fire signs. And Lord knows sometimes that can be, it can be a lot. When you have two fire signs, unless it takes a lot of things to be in alignment for two fire signs or two earth signs, two air signs, whatever the case may be, but more specifically, two fire signs to align and for it to be a good, I don't want to use the word, let's not say good, but for it to be a harmonious relationship, because what'll happen a lot of times is it's going to be fire. You got two very powerful signs going at it. Now, with the earth sign, with the Taurus being an earth sign, then obviously, and oh, by the way, normally what I will have when we talk about the signs, the zodiac series that I'm going to be doing, normally a real good friend of mine, Pure Bliss is her name. She normally jumps in and walks us through the signs, because she is a reader. So even though she's not able to be here tonight, so I'm kind of fighting through it. Even though I know a little bit, I probably know enough to be dangerous. However, as we move forward, the very next sign. What is the next sign in the zodiac, by the way? Lord knows, you would think I would know that. What? In fact, let me look that up real quick. What the hell is the next sign? I am having a complete mental block as far as what sign is next. Because like I said, if anything after Aries, I don't really be paying no attention to it. I'm just saying. Geminis. So Gemini season is next. Geminis are going to kick off May 21st through June 20th. Then come them damn Cancers, them crabby ass Cancers, June 21st through July 22nd. Then come them crazy ass Leos, July 23rd through August 22nd. Yeah, I see you down in the chat. I'm just saying. Them crazy ass Leos. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about y'all shit, crazy ass Leos. Anyway, after Leos is Virgo season, then Libra, Scorpios, Sagittarius. From what I understand, them Sagittarius crazy as shit too. Capricorns, Aquariuses, and of course Pisces. My mother is she a Pisces or Aquarius? Anyway, yeah, I agree with you, Michelle. I don't know them other signs, but let me jump back up here a little bit. Lorenzo, again, the information that Lorenzo's dropping in the chat. The Sparks couple, Ashlyn Sparks, the Mustang Ranch. Yo, is that one of those brothel joints? I'm gonna do a show on prostitution. I need another word for it. I know that's what it is, but I'm gonna have a show on that. Do you really buy that thing? We're gonna talk about it anyway. And of course, she's gonna talk about Exotica. She being Casey Carter, Casey at Night. It's on YouTube. I'm definitely gonna shout her out because I really do like what Casey's doing, and like, it's a real good friend of mine. So anyway, yeah. So Thank you for dropping that info. So we're going to be each and every one of those signs that I just listed. We're going to be talking about them, going into detail, but also Pure Bliss. She's going to be giving some information on each one of those signs as well. Excuse me. So long day, y'all. Also, if you haven't already done so, please make sure you like and definitely subscribe. I am on a mission to get to over 1,000 subscribers by the end of this. I'm gonna give myself to the end of May. Till the end of May, I want to be over 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you do. Also, one of the things that I did forget to do is talk about Ready to Love. If you don't know, I do reviews on that TV show Ready to Love, and just like Aries season came to an end, so did this particular episode of Ready to Love. It came as well. This season of Ready to Love, it is season 5. Now a lot of people confuse it to be with season 6, because they had like a spin-off season called The Last Resort. But it's kind of like you have Law and Order, and then they have CSI and not CSI, SUV, no, SVU. Then you have all the different ones. That still doesn't change the fact that you have the main Law and Order, and that's essentially what we have with Ready to Love. We have 5 episodes. Now, I just asked a question about different names for prostitution. Carrie said hooking. Yeah, because they are hookers, and if you got a plumber, does a plumber plumb? I guess so. But anyway, Lorenzo calls it tricking. But you know what? They say it ain't tricking if you got it. Your boy, I got it. I just can't give it away. I'm Jamaican. We too thrifty. We can't give away the money that we earn. So anyway, I work too hard for that money. However, there have been a couple I've thought about maybe writing a check. Maybe using, I don't know, the debit card, whatever, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I am going to have a conversation. We are, I should say, because it's not just me. Even though I do like to hear myself talk, and as I've told y'all before, this is my therapy, where I can just get out here and run my mouth, and, I love the feedback on that you guys give me. But I do want to have the conversation with y'all one day. We're going to be talking about, are you paying for it, or is it worth paying for? And what we're going to talk about, because the reason why I think that's a relevant conversation is we live in an era of between OnlyFans, between Pornhub, between like Lorenzo was talking about the Mustang Ranch, and sex is on demand. You can pretty much go anywhere and get it, especially if you had the money to do it. So is it worth paying for? But on the flip side, if you're with somebody and you're dating or whatever, how much are you going to put out in order to put out? We have dudes now that are, we're talking about simping. We're talking about, all of those conversations people are having now more so than we have in the past. So I definitely want to open up the door for that as well. Now, let's jump back into the main conversation tonight, which is Taurus season. It is Taurus season, and what I'm going to do is I want to hear from y'all. If you've ever dated a Taurus, if you are a Taurus, I definitely want to hear from y'all. I really want to talk to my Tauruses out there. I just dropped the link. Yeah, you're right, Lorenzo. You're 100% right. Many pay in different ways, but at the end of the day, you're still paying for it. You're 100% right, my brother. All day. So I just dropped the link in the Zoom. In fact, let me get my audio set up to make sure we don't have them headaches like we did before. If you have ever, the question is tonight, the question, thank you, lady. If you have ever, I think I might have just messed something up. Y'all give me a second. Make sure I got this Zoom set up properly. Hold on. Got to be clean. Anyway, turn that off. So, like I just said, if you have dated a Leo, you can either drop it in the conversation there, or if you want to join me in this Zoom call. But it looks like the Zoom room is active. I don't know what the hell is going on with Zoom. I don't think Zoom likes you, boy. I done paid all that good money, so it's like, what the hell? Anyway, so one of the things that you know we actually that we actually talked about a while back is I'll be damned. Hold on one second, y'all. La 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 la. All right, I don't know why that damn thing just shut down on me. Here we go. All right, so the Zoom link is back. Hold on. So one of the things, like I said, that I want to hear from y'all is this. Is, you know, if you've ever dated what do you call them? If you've ever dated a Leo, I want to know, you know, because like I said, the one experience that I had with a Leo exactly matched up with all of the characteristics that we just talked about. Let's see, the link has been dropped. It should be active. I know in a previous show we had a little bit of glitch when it came to the YouTube, not YouTube, excuse me, with the whatchamacallit, but I'm so glad we got that squared away. There we go. All right, we're good to go. All right, so for my Tauruses, I need to hear from y'all. I need to hear from y'all. In fact, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go back and we're gonna talk a little bit about just Tauruses, period. All right, we're gonna talk about some facts when it comes to these here Tauruses. What you say, Antoinette? Taurus, not Leo. It's Taurus season. I'm just saying. Leo's kind of crazy too, though. But for right now, the crazy. Well, you know, the sad thing is though, Tauruses ain't really that crazy. I hate to say it. I want to be on them. You would think that Tauruses would be about that bullshit, but they're not. Every Taurus that I have ever encountered, has actually been, damn, halfway decent people. All of the women that I've dated who were Tauruses, they were alright. They were actually alright, and I couldn't find anything wrong with them. And Lord knows I was trying too. I ain't even gonna lie, I was really trying to because I really sat and I thought, I'm like, okay, let me go back and think about all of the Tauruses that I have dated back, you know, throughout my life, and I couldn't think of. There's one that stood out. But as far as the rest of them, I couldn't think of another one. But when it comes to her, she was all right. She was actually okay. So that's what I want to hear from y'all. Let me know. I keep saying Leo. My bad. Just saying Leo. I'm married to a Leo. It's on the brain. But we're talking about Taurus tonight. My bad. Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you for keeping me on track. You know what? One thing I do love about the audience, y'all, is that y'all be keeping me honest. Y'all be keeping me honest, boy. I tell you what, I love it. I love it. But the one Taurus that I did date, she was actually on point. I really everything that you see right there on the screen, it matched up. So. Let me know if y'all agree with this, all right? From what it's saying, the qualities of Tauruses are they're loving, mature, secure, reliable, calm, loyal, kind, friendly, determined, gotta love determined, self-reliant, patient, confident, affectionate, practical, and artistic. So I just want to know, do y'all agree with those things? Do y'all agree with if you've dated a Leo in your past, you know, do those qualities align with the person that you dated at the time? And when it comes to Tauruses, not Leos, thank you, Antoinette, Tauruses, Tauruses are more compatible with other Tauruses, Cancers, Virgos, Scorpios, Capricorns, and Pisces. They're least compatible with Aries, that bullshit, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. Y'all let me know if that's true. That's interesting to me. And last but not least, we know that a Taurus is a fire sign. The Taurus is a fire sign. So, a Taurus is an earth sign. Aries, the greatest sign, is our fire signs. So as you can see, it makes sense then that all of those characteristics that are of a Taurus, it does make sense that they are the most grounded because they are, actually earth signs. So it literally does make sense. Now, when you talk about, earth signs and who they align the best with, the polarity, in other words, the yin to yang, the earth signs, such as Tauruses, are more feminine in nature, passive. They are more receptive as opposed to the fire sign. Okay, Antoinette, I want to hear about that. Tell me about. Hey, let me know. Let me know why Tauruses are not compatible with you. What is your sign, by the way, Antoinette, in the chat? Centripetal force versus centrifugal, and the earth sign provides gravity. Again, it's an earth sign. It makes sense that an earth sign, it does provide you with that gravity that literally keeps you grounded, as opposed to the fire sign, which is the opposite, a fire and air sign, which gives more levity, more energy. All right. So like I said, I definitely want to talk to y'all, either in the chat or if you want to jump on the Zoom call. As I was saying earlier, if you want to be on the Zoom call, I'm here for it. However, just a couple things. If you don't want to be shown, in other words, if you do not want your face to be shown, just let me know. Let me know. And I'll make sure that your video isn't shown, even though we can hear your voice. The only thing that I ask is make sure that I can see you on the Zoom chat. In YouTube land and Facebook land, where the stream is being shown, your face will not be shown. Just make sure your audio is connected and make sure that I can see you on the screen, okay? What the hell just happened? Okay, so you're a Taurus. Okay, Antoinette. All of the things that I just spoke about, do those align with you? Do you think that those characteristics match you? What up, G Dubs? So Antoinette says that she is a Taurus, and I'm really curious to know. Sorry, y'all, I keep hearing something in my ear. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. She said absolutely. I personally think that, and for those of y'all that just joined the chat, I really and truly think that whoever wrote the description of the Taurus. What up, G-Dubs? Thanks for joining the conversation. Tonight, for those of y'all that are just joining me, couple things. One, if you haven't already done so, please jump over there, hit that like button. And if you have not, please subscribe to this channel. I am on a mission to be at 1,000 subscribers by the end of May. I've been tottering even on 1,000. I've been at 930, 932. I want to get to 1,000. I've heard people talk about it, and I just want to see what it's like. I want to see what people talking about. Like, is it really as nice as they say this? Nah, let me stop. It's just a personal goal of mine, and I want to hit it. So if you haven't already done so, hit the like button on this conversation. Even if you don't, hit the dislike button. If you're not a Taurus and you want to hate on them Tauruses, hit the dislike. Just make sure you hit one of those for me. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. Tonight, we are talking about Taurus season, okay? So Antoinette, who is a Taurus, she says absolutely that everything that we talked about when it comes to her sign applies. And those things are, like we said, that loving, that these are the qualities of a Taurus, okay? They are loving, mature, secure, reliable, calm, loyal, kind, friendly, determined, self-reliant, patient, confident, affectionate, practical, and artistic. They are most compatible with Leos, Scorpios, Virgos, and Capricorns. They are less compatible with Sagittarius, Geminis, and for whatever damn reason, Aries. I don't believe that nonsense, but all right, I'm gonna let y'all have it. One of the things, as I was looking at those qualities, one of the things to me and the reason why I'm doing this series on the Zodiac series is because even if you may or may not believe in astrology and all of that stuff, it's like, I don't believe in that sign nonsense. But if you don't, that's fine. However, even a broken clock is right twice a day. And there are certain things when it comes to the qualities of a particular zodiac sign that do match that particular person's personality. And then also when you stop and think about certain things as well, like for instance, I'm an Aries, but I'm on the April side of Aries as opposed to my homeboy. He's on the March side. Our personalities, even though we both have certain Aries similarities, his personality wanes more to the other end of the spectrum, whereas mine is Aries all day, that aggressive, arrogant, just the shit type Aries, whereas he the shit, but he's not the shit. You know what I'm saying? So all of these signs absolutely do, all of the qualities do correspond with your particular zodiac sign. It's one of those things where I because I've gotten in touch, as it were, with my sign, with my personality, with the traits that I have, my characteristics, I've learned I'm leaning into that aspect of the zodiac, meaning the Aries sign. Tauruses are just the same, from the one Taurus that I did date. And one of the things, the qualities that she did have that really, as I'm looking at this, was that her calm demeanor actually worked for me, because like I said, I'm Aries. I am I can be aggressive, assertive, a lot of those things, right? And that's where if you have a fire sign, two fire signs, if you got two people just a constant fire and inferno, it's always going to be burning. But if you have a balance, that's where the Tauruses come in. Carrie said her dad is a Taurus. Good people. I cannot recall ever running into an asshole Taurus. They normally are good people. I'll be damned. I think Tauruses may actually be good people. I think for the next zodiac, what I'm going to do is look up other famous zodiacs and see maybe, I can't think of any famous Tauruses. Antoinette, since you're the resident Taurus in the house, let me know what you think. Or let me know if any other famous Tauruses or people that, birthday twins that are celebrities, quote unquote. I'd love to know. And also, I just about to wrap this one up for the evening. You're welcome. Let's see. Oh, another thing that, all of these things, when it comes to a Taurus, it hits. Do Sagittarius next. Now we're gonna go in order, G-Dubs. We are going to go in order. And what's crazy is I didn't even know the signs, so you got a long way to go. You all the way in November 23rd through December 21st is Sagittarius season. We're gonna do Sagittarius, but we're gonna go in order. The next up is them Geminis. It's Gemini season in May, but I will tell you what we are going to do next. Now, because I'm going to be wrapping this up, this show up in a second. I just had something come up. Anyway, a while back, as y'all know, I do reviews of the TV show Ready to Love, right? You said boo. I'm just saying, ain't nobody told you to be born way the hell in December. We got to wait. You got enough good stuff going. You got Christmas and all that stuff. Come on now. Anyway, December, it's not as lit as April, but y'all got a lot going on. But on the TV show Ready to Love, I forget what episode it was in, but one of the characters, she talked about submission and the fact that she just wasn't, being submissive wasn't her default position. So what we are going to talk about on the next episode of the CM show is that show, we're going to be talking about submission. We're going to be talking about submission. It's one of those, when I tweeted during that particular episode that we got to have a conversation on what it means to be submissive. We kind of touched on it on the show last week, where where I kind of talked about what it means to be submissive, and that most men are usually wired to be more submissive because there's a hierarchy, a structure when it comes to either sports, when it comes to the military, when it comes to just work in general. Whereas submissive and just that word has gotten such a connotation in our society. So next week we are going to have that conversation about submission. We're going to talk about it. We're going to dig in, and I we're going to talk about it not just from the biblical aspect, but what it means in our modern society as well. Why is it that submission or being submissive, either from the man or the woman's perspective, is frowned upon or it's not looked at in a favorable way? So we're going to talk about that. So if you haven't already done so, y'all, as I said, hit the like button, subscribe so that way, because I want to hear what y'all got to say next week when we with next week's topic. It's going to be a hot one. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be respectful, I should say, as we always are. But anyway, hey, again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't already done so, hit me up on my social media, whether it's on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And as always, y'all, I will see y'all next week. Y'all stay determined. Y'all have a good one.